Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of NBA 2K19 My Career Offline. I am Hostel Sports Gamer back on our video. Before we go into anything else, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit on that notification icon, that bell icon for more videos. So YouTube lets you know when I make another video, when I upload it, when I publish it, whatever. And I'm thinking of getting Madden NFL 19, and for that series, I'm thinking about making a series similar to this one, which is the Road to the NFL, which will be called the Road to Madden NFL 19 Career Mode, where I start in NCAA Football 14 in high school and go all the way to college, and then start off in the NFL once Madden NFL 19 comes out. With all that being said, a few days ago I made a video on NBA Live 98 where I was saying that I was going to take some time before I was going to make another video. As it turns out, it was actually a project that only took 2 days, but it was super fun. I really loved it. It was about taking water samples, and it was you have to take measurements of the pH of the water, conductivity, and a lot of these stuff that are related to taking water samples and whatnot. But this is not what the video is about, is it? Nope, it is not. And this is about Adam Perez. What is Adam Perez up to in this video? Well, in this particular moment, he's playing for the Chino Hills Huskies. So he was talking to, the Chino Hills Huskies head coach and whatnot, and it turns out, the head coach was really impressed with his all-star appearance and the show that he had. If you want to know more about the High School Basketball Association All-Star Game, make sure to check out my last video in this series. You will know more about that. But in here, the competition is so much better. It's so much more intense than any All-Star game of that other league. That league is so so bad compared to this one. In here, you have players that actually have potential to actually go to the NBA. If you have Sharif O'Neal, who has potential to make it big one of these days. And how it says, Adam Perez has potential himself, but he never could truly shine on that other league because it was all, he was the best player in that league and he was dominating over other teams, and honestly, it got to a point where he wasn't really satisfied with playing there, and the All-Star game, it was the only place he could go to that kind of had the level of competition that it had. Well, and this game happened right in the middle of their season. It was at the start of the second half of the season or something, and in here they are still in the chase for to win to go to the playoffs or something like that, and they're really pushing it, and they're trying to get as many players as they can in order to really get to the playoffs. And well, so far Adam Perez might just be the guy that leads them to charge, and the team looks a lot better. He's like the determining factor. But now it's all about how can he perform when it matters most. Next video will kind of be the video where he starts his college career, and each video will have a different thing. And which college will he choose? You'll have to find out in the next video. Stay tuned for that. It's gonna be an interesting choice. Wherever he decides to go, it will be interesting to see. So yeah, make sure to check that out if you wanna know more about Adam Perez. I mean, this guy this guy definitely has the potential to make it big in the NBA. Like I think I said this already on my previous video, but Adam Perez is good enough to be in the NBA right now. Like he could be the not a starter, but he could be like a 8th or 9th man on a rotation for an NBA team and certainly do his thing. Now, in case you want to know what kind of shooting stroke I have, like the shooting form, I have the Stephen Curry shooting form. Like, you know, he wants to be the best shooter in the league, and you know he knows that Steph Curry is like the best shooter in the NBA, so he really wants to imitate him in that way. And the free throw form belongs to Steve Nash. You know, he wants, you know, in order to be the best, you gotta imitate the best, and who better to imitate than Steve Nash when it comes to his free throw shooting form. Like he was clearly one of the best free throw shooters of his time, and you know, Adam is the one guy that knows that, you know, that stroke, that shooting form definitely works. Now, he's been thinking about kind of becoming more of a pass first kind of guy, but the coach told him, nah, you're more of a sharpshooter. Stick to that. You know, if you stick to this sharpshooting thing, maybe one of these days you can kind of you could kind of become the next Stephen Curry or the next Ray Allen, or become something a little bit even more dangerous still. I mean, heck, you could become your own dude. And with that shooting form, you could definitely make a case, you know, for having the potential to become the best player in the league one day. Maybe not this year, maybe not the next, but sometime over his life, he could become that dude in the league. Like, he could be the face of the league, and that might be a crazy idea. Like, his goal before going to Chino Hills, it was to become the best shooter he could ever become, and so far he's been the best shooter in his draft class, at least when it came down to elementary school basketball, middle school basketball, and high school basketball up to now. He's been the best shooter you could find in this class, and that could very well transition to the college level depending on how things go. And he has said that he actually wants to do a one and done thing, but it all depends on how things go in that one and done year. Like, if he goes off, he is gonna, you know, make that jump to the NBA immediately. However, if he thinks that maybe another year in college might do him some good, he might go and play his sophomore year in college. Again, where he's gonna go, it all depends on how things go. You know, who will choose him, no one really knows. Now, why are we gonna go to college in the next video instead of going to a high school playoff game? Well, like, they do go to the postseason, but it's nothing to brag about. It's, you know, they don't really do much. Like, it was not really that surprising to begin with. Like, it was meh, it was alright, but it wasn't anything to brag about, you know. Like, that game was just truly awful. Like, they just couldn't really do anything. And Adam Perez, as great of a shooter as he is, he hasn't faced a legitimate defense at this level, at least not on a consistent basis. Like, maybe in the first game, even the best defense can fall asleep because they don't really know you that much. But once they get that groundwork going on, like, once they get to know you better, like, they can definitely stop you or or become better at stopping you. And in these last couple of places, you can see, like, Adam Perez will just let that clock run. And I know, and he knows that there's plenty of time left in this game, but he knows it's all about time management, and he He's an expert in that area when it comes to time management. But anyways, going back to that, becoming a more of a pass first kind of guy. The coach told him no, stick to your sharpshooting thing. It is definitely working out. However, that doesn't mean that you should not pass the ball more. If you pass the ball more, if you get your teammates involved more, who knows? Then you can become an even more dangerous shooter, because that means that you're gonna have the opposing defense, and they're gonna be at their toes. Like, they're not gonna know whether you're gonna pass or not. And if you improve on that speed, that's even deadlier. Like, who knows? But yeah, that's the kind of thing that, and those are the concerns that he has. And going through that into the college level, I mean, each thing that he works on, if whatever he wants to improve on, that could work to his advantage. So yeah, going on to this last play, he's going to try to dribble it out, trying to see what he can find. And passing it for a 3, and bang! So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, share, comment, subscribe for more videos. Remember to click on the notifications icon. See you guys next time with another video. Peace.